Oh, look, I was trying to get some iron from the iron farm and I found 2 diamonds, and I know I didn't put those there, so that's probably part of Geek's little presents that he's left around. So that's a pretty cool present, so thank you. Even upstairs in my secret stash, it looks like Geek threw some diamonds. This is amazing. Thank you, Geek. So we've made it to episode 9 before I had to give up on my namesake and actually go mining. That's right, we are doing some mining, but I did a lot of this off camera, and I'm not going to drag you through the mud and, do a whole bunch of mining in this episode. Actually, in fact, let me show you just how much mining, strip mining, I've actually done. So look at this. Look at all this. Look at all this. This is crazy. All of these lines, all these strip mines. All the way over here, all the way over there. Yeah, I did a level, maybe a level and a half. I got a lot of good stuff out of all this. But you know what that leaves us with? That leaves us with no room to store anything. That's right, no room. All my backpacks, everything's full, everything. So there's only one inevitable conclusion for what we need to do today. And that is to build ourselves a storage room, or I should say a storage vault. Yeah, maybe a vault. And I decided that I am going to build it under the tavern. But not this tavern. No. I'm going to be replacing this tavern with an even bigger, better tavern. That's right. But that we're not going to do in this episode. What we're going to do is we're actually going to build our storage underneath it. So it's going to be like the storage of the tavern, but technically it's mine, of course. But that's going to go under here. It's very hard to kind of demonstrate what I'm going to do. I put down these little blocks here. Let me go F4 so we can get an idea. So there is a block where I am standing. So there's a block here. And then if I go all the way over in this direction, there's another block buried under the leaves over here, which then crosses all the way over to this block over here, which then brings us to the block over here that's buried behind trees, which brings us all the way back to the block I am standing on. That's right. That entire space under here, under that space, is going to be for our storage. So we got a really big dig ahead of us. We got a lot of water features to fill in and take care of, and a lot of resources to gather. But I think we can do it. Of course we can do it, because this is Zetacraft. But before we get to that, I want to show you something. In the last episode, we built that bee farm, or that honey farm, and we added to it the auto crafter. Well, we're here now at the iron farm, so the golems come in here and the iron gets dropped into here. Wait, I don't see any iron in here. That's right, because we added the auto crafter here to the iron farm. So now this crafter will pick up all of the ingots, it will craft them up, and then spit them out into a water stream that comes up here and deposits them in here as blocks. That's right, so with the auto crafter we now get iron blocks. And yeah, I absolutely love this system. It's very similar to the bee farm one. Actually, I'm going to have to jump down there because my blocks are down there. But it's very similar. So we have like this 5 redstone signal clock here. And we have our template of the iron ingots. And right now, looks like 3 more come in. We're going to get another iron block. So, and then we have the filter back here, like just the same as the bee farm, or the honey farm. So I'm absolutely thrilled with this. And of course, I had to do it at the slime farm. So now we have the auto crafter here, which will take in all the slime balls and spit out our slime block. Yeah, look at that. So this one's actually quite easy because only slime balls come in and they get filtered out. So that is a lot easier to do. Oh, but check this out. So in building this, in setting all this up, I realized that it's always night when I travel between my farms. So I decided to create an underground tunnel. That's right. Off camera, I went ahead and built this tunnel system, which connects all my farms together via the underground, and obviously through the water, because I have to actually cross the water here. So we went from the mangrove swamp area there to the redwood here, so I tried to match what I could match, and this is like all underground, so this is going to be all the cobblestone, because this is where I do most of my mining. In fact, these are the stairs that lead down to the mine, so that's really cool. And when you come out of the underground area, we actually cross over this little river here, and we're into our redwood forest. This is the forest that's behind our base right now. So I went ahead and did it all in redwood, so we kind of get an idea where we're at. Maybe one time or another I'll put in a rail system here, but this is pretty cool. So we have the glass here where we don't have anything blocking us, and we can actually see the big redwoods. So at night this actually keeps us safe, and we don't have to worry about mobs. And then eventually the redwood turns into a dark oak, I believe. Yep. So we move into the dark oak, and now we're actually under our base here with the dark oak. And we connected a few things here. So over here I have my emerald production. Yeah, no, these guys don't look like they make emeralds, but they do because I sell them all of my iron, and I get all the emeralds I need. This is my viewing portal for the villager breeders, so the little babies hang out in here, so I can keep an eye on that. Right now it's turned off. We have the iron farm down that way. Yes, I brought my dog over for protection. Over this way we have our bee farm. I'll get caught up on the ladder. So here we have the under part of the bee farm, so that's doing wonderfully, right? Let's check it out. Yeah, look at all this honey block. Oh, it's incredible. Can't wait to actually build a store and start selling that. And then this all connects over here to the villager trading hall. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That's so cool. I love that little underground connection. I think it's fantastic. It saves me a lot of worrying about the night and getting, mob attack. Okay, so now that you've got all caught up onto what I've done off camera, and oh yeah, well, I also got a cat. Yeah, I tamed a cat, so I have this little guy here. We're gonna have to come up with a name. If you guys can figure out a name for me, maybe I'll use it. For now, let's see, what's my clock say? Yeah, it's starting to turn night, so let's just take a rest and wake up and get to work. Oh no, I broke into Gary's home. Yeah, this is Gary the snail. So this was Shadow Ginger's snail, but then Geek Squeak named it Gary, and it turned into Gary. So, yeah, we got to figure out what to do with Gary now. Because he's right in the line of fire here that I have to clear this way out. Alright, we'll find a place for you, Gary. Well, it's sure easy to see my plans now. Everything is removed, except the portion under the existing tavern, which I do have to clear out. But I'm going to leave the tavern standing. Actually, it's going to be floating a bit until I'm ready to put the new tavern on. But yeah, this whole underground area here is going to be the storage. And I did manage to save Shadow Ginger's Gary snail. He's in here. Yep, I don't know how I'm going to get him out when I need to, but he's in there for now. So yep, let's get the remaining portions of this removed so we can then begin on the actual build. Okay, we're going to take a quick break in that build because I need comparators and I have yet to create any. So I figured this would be a good time to show you guys the spoils of all my strip mining. Yes, here it is. This is the goods. So yeah, we got quite a few diamonds. I hope to break those down. I'm probably not going to break them down for a little bit, but I definitely need to break down some of this redstone ore so I can make those comparators. So yeah, I figured, what the heck, let's break it down on camera. That's always fun. Oh yeah, now we're talking several stacks of redstone dust. All right, that should get me all the comparators I need, but you know what, that was just too much fun. I am gonna break down some diamond. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's grab it. Let's grab this 43, this odd number here, and let's break it down. Okay, not as much yield as the redstone, but we expect that. But still a stack and just shy of a half. That is really freaking cool. I don't think I've had that many diamonds in such a long time. So let's turn those into blocks because they just look cooler as blocks. Yeah, 10 blocks. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna get my comparators together and yeah, we'll kick off the finishing part of the build. boy, that is a lot of oak. And I'm not sure if I particularly like it, but that's okay, because we're going to cover this whole area up with a new tavern. Yes, this one's going to get demolished at some point. But let's see what it looks like from underneath. This is it. Look at this. Oh, it looks so beautiful. I know the floor is a little fancy for an underground tavern storage, but you know, hey, maybe they have a lot of money from the tavern. Who knows? And they've spruced up their storage area. But yeah, I am loving this so much. I've used the stripped what is it? Stripped dark oak here. This is the stripped hickory. I keep saying hickory. Hemlock. Stripped hemlock. This is the stripped redwood. These are new blocks with our mod pack. We have some new blocks over here, which is some dark oak molding, which is pretty cool. Again, we have the hemlock here, the unstripped version. I think is really, really nice. We've got the hemlock trapdoors up here. So yeah, we're using a lot of hemlock. I thought it would be my favorite block. I am liking it quite a bit. Oh, and check this out. We have shelves. Yeah, look at this. They're actual shelves. This is part of our mod pack as well. So they're just oak shelves, which are really cool. And we've got some upgraded torches. Yeah, they look really nice as well. Yeah, so I went ahead and I filled in all of the filters. So yeah, see, so I already started filtering some stuff in, dirt and granite and so on and so forth. So I probably have one section. I think this whole section over here is still free, so we can fill that up. Oh yeah, look at the back. Look at the back over here. Yeah, so the back, I figured, you know, they need a place to store their coal because the tavern needs coal and charcoal for cooking. So this is their storage area for that. I thought it'd be pretty cool. And then we got some hanging barrels over here, or hanging shelves with barrels on them. So this will be all those like non-sortable items we can put over here. So I think that'd be pretty cool. We got a little bit over here too as well. So we got a lot of little extra areas for storage. And back here, I'll have myself a way in to actually work on the backside. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. There's a lot of space back here. I think I've got some ideas of how to fill it. But you know what? As I'm walking around, this oak right here it's too oak. it's too plain. It's too oak. It's too bright. I think maybe dark oak would look better. Oh yeah, the dark oak plank looks so much better than the oak. Yeah, it makes this thing look more like a underground area instead of just like something above ground, you know, because the oak was just very bright looking. Alright, so it looks like we have just about everything done. Oh, wait a minute. Shaders. Man, I've been not using shaders this whole time. We have got to turn shaders on and see how this looks. Alright. Oh, man, it must be like early morning, so there's like this fog down in here. It looks really kind of cool. Yeah, but I'm liking everything about this except over here we have these empty shelves. Yeah, and I have some really cool ideas for what to do with those empty shelves. So I'm going to show you some really cool extra blocks that are part of the mod pack. Wine bottles. Yeah, look at this. They're so cool. So they're part of the cluttered mod pack, but man, I think wine bottles would look fantastic down in there on the shelves because it's a cellar. It's going to have the tavern on top. They need to store their wine. So all I need are glass bottles and some sweet berries. So I just happen to have some glass. So let's make ourselves some bottles. And I just happen to have some sweet berries. So it looked like it was 2 glass, 2 sweet berries. I might have it in the wrong order. Yep, got to do it this way. And boom, look at that, wine bottles. Oh, that's so cool. So we're going to go ahead and grab some wine bottles. Let's see what they look like down. Yep, see, look at that. Look at that. That's so cool. So I'm going to get a whole bunch of these, put them on the shelves. And I think that would be just like the fitting touch. Whoa. Whoa, I'm trying to break the bottles. Not my wood. All right, let's try that again. Yeah, there we go. I think that'd be a fitting part for my shelf. There's also one other thing I wanted to make, and that is right here, this hanging pottery shelf. So the hanging pottery shelf is also part of the cluttered mod, and what we need here is just 3 slabs, some string, and a flower pot, and we can make this rack of pottery shelves, which I think would look really cool down there as well. So let me get a couple of those together. Oh, and I have no string, but guess what? I can actually make string. Yeah. So with the, I'm not sure which mod pack allows it, but it allows turning wool back into string. And I think Minecraft should just do that naturally, but, you know, hey. All right, so let's get our string. Let's get our hanging pots here. Not sure how many I needed there, but string. Yep, there it is. Look at that. Look at that. Hanging pottery. Oh, it's so cool. So this looks really good, like up against the wall. So look at that. Check that out. Check that out. Isn't that cool? So we're going to get a whole bunch of those together, and we're going to put them down there as well. So let's get that done. Oh, yeah. That looks so cool. Oh, it's perfect. So they got these little jugs down here for whatever they need in the tavern, and this is where they can also store their wine on these shelves. So I have it on all of the shelves all around here. So yeah, oh man, that's so cool looking. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But then that begs the question, what do I put back here? There is so much room back here. I am, yeah. So I do have something I'm going to do. Yes, I do. So you can see I already have here one workbench from one of the mods we have. And we had some other workbenches that I showed you in a previous episode. So I think I'm going to move all my workbenches down here. We're going to get them all in one spot so we have them to craft up all the cool little funky blocks we need. And on this wall, I think I'm going to put some shelves, not just any normal bookshelves. These are going to be some really interesting shelves. And here it is by Cluttered Mod, of course, and it is the Retro Cafe shelf. And it's very hard to see because it's small right now, but it's a really interesting shelf. It looks really cool, so I want to make a bunch of them because, hey, this is storage, so let's put it in here. The only iffy part about this whole build is right here, this skeleton skull. So how do you get skeleton skulls? Well, most of the time, you can only get them with a charged creeper, you know, blowing up near some skeleton. But in this, we have the Dungeons mod pack, so we found a whole bunch of them in the Undead Crypt. If you didn't see that episode, I suggest checking it out. I'll put a link in the description below so you could check it out. So I have a fair amount of those. How many? I've got 13, so I think I'm going to use probably like 6 of them. I don't want to use them all up. So I use 6, make some of those shelves, and put those here. Bring down the workbenches, and I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, I think we are done. Check that out. Look at this bookshelf. That's so cool. I mean, you definitely have the books. You got this like little lamp. You got the cauldron, the little potion bottle. And of course, there is the skeleton head. That's why you needed it for this build. But also looks like it's kind of using a type of mangrove maybe. So that fits in very well down here with the look. So we have a bunch of those shelves going all the way across here and some on the other side. I think that is really cool. I brought down my workstations here, so I think there's a few more workstations I can build, but, you know, this is what I have so far, and of course we have more room for, you know, some of our wine. And I got a little bookshelf here. I think this thing is so cool. So it's a little tiny shelf with stacks of books. I figure those are my manuals that go with the workstation, so I can keep things going. And I figured, what the heck, I'm going to need some furnaces, so I put down here my little furnace array. So I am super pleased with the way this turned out. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I love this, and you know what this is going to do? This is going to help organize all my stuff. Yeah, of course. And that's going to make building a whole lot easier. So yeah, look forward to some really good builds coming up. But for now, I am out of here.